let's move on. I think now it's time to do some shopping news. And the big shopping news, of course, is the place. Did we talk about? We talked about the PS5 pre-orders already last week.
Yeah, we talked.
Yes, that was last week.
But now we have something to compare them to, which is the Xbox Series whatever pre-order experience. Now scheduled for your pleasure.
Sort of.
Somewhat scheduled.
Yeah, kind of scheduled.
So I guess the first question is, how do you like your next-gen pre-orders? Do you like them scheduled or unscheduled? Shipwreck, you first.
Personally, I like them unscheduled because that gives me more opportunity to, since I'm constantly on top of things and have been, like, I don't know, following CAG for so long that I kind of understand the beats of when stuff is going to drop and where to follow and everything. So I got the PlayStation 5, no problem.
Okay, yes.
I knew the scheduled one was going to be more of a nightmare because all of the bots are lined up, all of the people are lined up. Everybody's got every site open at once. It was a recipe for disaster. I think it went better than a disaster, barely.
Wait, which was worse or which was better, rather?
Oh,
Let's
the
be
PlayStation
positive.
5 one was better for me.
What about for the general public? Was anything good? Is there any difference, really?
No, the only one that's good for the general public is when you can pre-order it and not have to like instantly run and do this right away. Like it could be like, oh, the Xbox is available for pre-order. I got to remember to do that a couple of days before it launches and not have to worry about it.
I have to make sure that I block out a half an hour.
Yeah, like
least.
that. That's the optimal way to pre-order.
It's still
anything.
Right.
Like with a game, I could not pre-order a game and then the day before it comes out be like, oh, I forgot I wanted that, and technically pre-order it.
I spent a long time just adding an Xbox to my Target cart, trying to check it out, and then having it disappear.
Yeah, there was something weird going on with the Target. Target sucked.
I did that about 100 times, I would say.
I know. I wanted to use my red card so bad.
Were you trying on computer or mobile?
Everything.
I tried both.
Both, same time.
Okay.
Like, boop.
Same time.
I had like 5 iPads lined up.
Mm-hmm. It was the phone with the toes and the computer with the hands.
I felt pressure because it's one thing if I don't get an Xbox for myself on day one. Like, I'm going to be okay, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's going to be fine.
It's going to be fine. But we're doing a giveaway at Video Game Deals for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox. And so we have to kind of have them because we've already promised them. So there was pressure. And I sweat. Like, I sweat through my shirt trying to get the Xbox. Yeah. But I did get it.
One, I had all the sites open. Had all the stuff in the carts, was going through all the, this isn't letting me check out scenarios that everybody else was. Various stages in, and then like after I don't know 20 minutes or so of that, I'm just like, you know what, I'm good. I think these things will come available again. They'll pop up, and I'll just get one then. And then Mrs. Shipwreck just like texted me asking me if I got one or not, and I told her no, I didn't get one. And then she's like, oh well, I was able to get one. Like. Just on my phone.
Isn't she busy? Isn't she operating on an animal?
She has Tuesdays off.
Okay.
And that was a Tuesday.
Wow,
so,
she's plugged in, man.
Yeah, so she was out.
Why wasn't she home watching the kids?
Because it's her day off.
Right. She's at the strip club ordering Xboxes.
Right. Throwing those dollar bills around.
But then they came available later on Amazon, right? So we all got one on Amazon because Amazon sold 1 million of them that there's no way we're getting those on release date.
I guess. I mean, yeah, I pre-ordered one on Amazon. I have no idea what the actual ship date is going to be.
I couldn't get one on Amazon.
Huh?
I couldn't get one on Amazon.
I got one on Amazon for now. I'm keeping it there. I honestly don't know if I'm going to get anything yet or not. But I figured since I could get through to the pre-order and they won't tell me when it's shipping yet anyway, and they haven't charged me yet, I might as well just hold on to that pre-order and see how it all goes.
Right. I got through the Microsoft store pretty quickly and got one.
I had trouble with that one.
So. That one took me maybe like 10. I can't remember. I remember I mean, 10, 15 minutes in, maybe? I don't know. It seemed like a long fucking time fucking around with that computer to try to order these stupid things.
You're not usually like desperately trying to load multiple websites at the same time.
No, I'm not. And I got the phone going, and it's like the battery is dying on the phone, and I have a cable plugged into the wall, but the cable is frayed. So I have to have the cable at the right thing, and it's just like everything's not working. But I did get it. I got
those Amazon dogs can only keep you like.
And the Target dog also.
So
Target's also trying to use a dog to make you think that you're not angry. Right. But it's just, no. I mean, look, when I saw the Corgi, I was like, on Amazon, I was like, all right, it's a Corgi. Like, I'm calm now. But then I saw the Target cartoon dog.
Spot.
Yeah.
His name's Spot.
Spot. So I got, and I think I got an order in. Did I get 2 orders in? One for the prize and one for me?
I think you did.
But Best Buy. Best Buy? Best Buy.
And the dog's name is Bullseye.
Yes, I know. I got it wrong.
What did you call him?
I said Spot. It's Bullseye.
Spot or Spuds McKenzie? No.
No, it's Bullseye.
Maybe I don't remember where I got it through. Maybe it was Target. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Does it really?
You got it. Target has the dog. It's their
no, I'm trying to figure out where I ordered my Xbox from. My Xboxes.
It does not matter.
It doesn't really matter. It's all a blur. I know it wasn't Walmart, and it wasn't.
I remember
GameStop.
I just remember the last console cycle when Xbox flubbed their launch pre-order extravaganza in June so badly that when they had to reverse course on the way the entire system worked, and people started pre-ordering them for real in August, they were so readily available. It was embarrassing.
Right. Well, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Well, let's see. Did we answer the question of which is better? Announcing? It doesn't matter, I think is what we're saying.
The answer is it doesn't matter. There's no good way.
Right.
The only good way is for there to be enough inventory where it doesn't matter.
It's better for nerds like us who are going to find out if they announce a time, that we're going to find out the time and block it off and be able to get one. So it's better for us. But not everybody is that prepared, and maybe that's their fault. So maybe it is the best way. But I think a lot of people, just judging by my Twitter timeline, a lot of people didn't get it. A lot of our fellow nerds who had all the windows open were unsuccessful, right? Or maybe everybody got it eventually.
I think eventually, like once the Amazon one showed up and the Best Buy one showed up, because those both came on board later, I think
people were pretty satiated.
We're able to get it for the most part. I'm sure there's plenty that were turned away, but
right. Okay.
There will be more. They're going to make more of these things.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this question. What do you I got to be careful because I don't want to get in trouble, like what I was talking about before. So compared to the previous generation pre-orders, okay, the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, like what do you think? Which had more units available for sale? This generation or this upcoming generation or the previous generation? Is it about the same? Do you think?
You
got COVID.
I'm gonna go with about the same.
You have like improvements in manufacturing, but then you got COVID.
Yeah, so that's why I'm going with.
But Shipwreck probably knows because he's an engineer.
I would think that the last go around had a lot more units available than this.
You would think so.
I would think so. I mean, I don't know for sure, but that's what I would logically think because of the manufacturing problems, and pre-ordering last time was a lot smoother.
I was going to say that as well, but I feel like they keep saying that there's no problem with inventory, which I guess could also just be a big fat lie. That's why I went with about the same.
I can only go by the Cheap Ass Gamer affiliate links, and it's not scientific, obviously. However,
yes,
it's a pretty big sample size, so it doesn't mean nothing.
Get to the meat. What's the answer?
The answer is this time by a lot, by like 4 times.
That doesn't seem.
And I have a theory
correct.
why, and I think Shipwreck, you've already touched on this already. The theory is that maybe some certain retailers just sold more than they were realistically expecting on getting at launch. They didn't shut off the valve, per se, and just like And I think maybe like one retailer in particular did that, but I can't really comment on which one that is. But it seems crazy to me that this go round with all, with social media and everything, that on CAG we would get like 4 times the amount of pre-orders than last gen. It seems crazy.
Some of that could be attributed that you couldn't really go into a store and pre-order at many places this time around. Like last time, well, Best Buy wasn't even offering in-store pre-orders. Last go around, there were a lot more stores in business that you could pre-order at.
Right.
Walmart, I don't think, was doing in-store pre-orders this go around. I know they were last time.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that could have affected some. The 4 times number just doesn't seem right to me.
No.
Well, we'll find out when they're supposed to ship. If they ship. Right.
I'm going to guess that a lot of people who ordered console, especially PlayStations, a lot of people who ordered PS5s are not going to be getting them at launch. Hopefully, the retailers who, where this is going to happen will let the customers know ahead of time. But the reality is, does it really matter if you get it in, like, what is there to look forward to at launch that's like super exciting? I don't know. But I know the people who are trying to get it on day one, who went through the trouble to pre-order, definitely want to get it on day one. You know what this whole thing reminds me of? I think I told this, Wombat, I probably told this on the show. Did I ever tell you when we went to see like Star Trek on the first night that it came out, and the theater had like a technical problem? This could all be a technical problem as well. Basically, we ordered tickets on Fandango to see like Star Trek Generations. I don't know. It was like before the year 2000 or something. So I don't know what Star Trek movie it was, but we show up at the theater with our tickets, and like the theater is very crowded. And we walk in and we're like, wow, it doesn't seem to be like that many seats available. Turns out like Fandango never just stopped selling tickets. They just kept selling tickets. And the whole movie theater in the lobby filled up with people, and there's only so many seats, but everybody wants to see Star Trek on the first night. But there's only so many seats.
So that was the one theater where people wanted to see Star Trek?
No, they just had like a technical glitch or something, and they just never stopped.
I get it. Yes.
Yeah, and they just never stopped. And then people were like really upset because the people who were not in seats were clearly not going to see Star Trek that night, and they were ready to they were picking up the napkin holders, and they were. There was not even kidding. Like it was, and the whole theater was very crowded because they just kept selling. So the whole lobby is filled with people. People are picking shit up, and then they start handing out the free tickets, and that calmed people down. But we just and it was all, it was scary. It was, and these nerds are scary. Wasn't that scary? But anyway, that's what this whole thing reminds me of.
Were you dressed up like Spork?
No, I wasn't that into Star Trek. I did not pick up anything to attempt to throw it. I was not that upset that we weren't going to see Star Trek on the first night. But yeah, the numbers don't make a lot of sense to me. But the PlayStation 5 pre-orders, especially, like so many more than the Xbox pre-orders. I feel like the Xbox supply probably more realistic to what's actually available. Like what was sold is actually more matches what's going to be available on day one, because everything's sold out.
I was going to say it all sold out.
Yeah, it's just like who is being reasonable about what they're going to have on day one and who's not. Which retailer, which system?
There's plenty to go around for everybody.
You think so?
I
on day one though. On day one, those nerds.
So I don't know. Last time around, I remember you could find these things pretty easily, right?
Last go around, you were able to find an Xbox pretty easily. I think it was a little while, and by like a little while, I mean like maybe not at launch, but maybe by January, the PlayStation 4 was fairly available. So, but yeah, well, they couldn't give those Xboxes away when that console launched.
Well, they had a messaging issue.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the issue was it was horrible messaging.
Yeah. So
I mean, I definitely think the hype around PlayStation 5 is bigger than Xbox. Well, it was before the Bethesda announcement, which we'll also talk about because that's something that happened in the last week. But just going by straight up like on the console giveaways that we're doing on Twitter, the PlayStation one seems to have been trending.
Well, the PlayStation
higher.
4 sold so well that if they
It was
couldn't
cheaper.
but if they couldn't retain that audience and excitement for their next iteration, that would be the news story. Not that the PlayStation 4 is an amazing, great selling console. People are excited for the PlayStation 5. Isn't really, isn't surprising.
It's not a stretch. No, it's not.
No,
It's
not.
momentum. It's momentum.
Exactly.
For sure.
If it was the other way around, then I would be legitimately shocked.
Right. But maybe the Bethesda deal shifts the momentum.
Not until there's something available. Not until there's a game out.
Right.
There's not games out for anything.
Well,
That's the depressing part. Looking at like the launch lineup, you're like, oh boy, Assassin's Creed.
yeah, you got Fanavision, right? Isn't that coming out?
You know what? At least that's something original. Like we're getting a slightly better looking version of Assassin's Creed if you don't have a PC. And a free burp. Remastered. But I'm trying to think if there's any
So
other information.
Are you even pre-ordering a game?
What's that? Has anybody been pre-ordering games?
Yeah, a game?
No.
No. Cool.
I mean, very low numbers. The PlayStation
no,
number.
I mean, are you?
Oh, am I?
personally?
Oh, I thought you were asking about the affiliate numbers.
No.
No, well, the answer is the same, I guess.
And who needs to?
Who needs? Yeah,
I
I'm gonna be able to get it.
pre-ordered Miles Morales for the PS5.
I didn't even order a PS5.
Yeah.
Fine then.
And why? What's the advantage of pre-ordering it?
I don't know. What's the advantage of not pre-ordering? It's the same. It's the same either way. I'm going to buy the game. I said here, I'll pre-order it.
I don't know. All I know is I don't know. Those PlayStation numbers were too high. The PlayStation numbers were too high. I don't think they have that many PlayStations. And I'm not going to tell you who they is, unfortunately, but.
Well, there was at least one retailer that sent out emails after the PlayStation pre-orders that said these might not be coming on launch day.
Who is that?
It was Amazon was that retailer.
Got it.
Got it?
I didn't get the email, no, because I didn't order a PlayStation.
Right. But I saw a lot of people on Twitter that did order it, then got an email the next day.
Yes, I remember. Yes, that was from Amazon.
A date. Yeah.
I forgot who sent it. Well, good luck, everybody. We're all counting on you. Any other pre-order stuff we want to talk about? Did we cover it all?
I think we got it.
Sony says there's going to be more PlayStations available between now and the end of the year.
Of course there will. They're going to keep popping up. Like you just got to watch the websites and they'll pop up. They'll sell out almost instantly. But
the website, you mean?
The
Cheap
website.
Cheap ass gamer. You said you
Cheap
watch
Ass
the
Gamer,
websites.
yes.
No, you watch the website.
The website, yes. You watch that one.
The only website you'll ever need.
Thank you.
And then that leads you to parts of the internet that aren't the website.
Right.
You can buy them at.
Speaking of the website, we're launching a next gen website.
Are we?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. We're gonna have teaser images.
Now, if I have the old gen website, do I
Yes.
get the upgrade for free or do I?
Fuck yeah, you do.
Okay.
God damn, you do. But
Smart delivery on Cheap Ass Gamer.
right.
Did
There may
either
be
of you
some.
guys buy the memory card thing for Xbox?
No.
Fuck no.
Can you?
I'm not worried about that later. Listen, I don't even care about.
You're
this
already out of space. I mean,
I know.
by the time you update day one,
You're a hoarder.
you don't have
though.
any space left.
You're a digital hoarder, Shipwreck, and you
But
have to
it's,
admit
it's
to
a
this.
1 terabyte, right? That's what we ordered.
Yeah.
That's what I got
That's
now on this
ridiculous.
thing. It's fine. Plenty of room on my current one.
But all the games will be so much bigger.
I don't need that many games. Who even plays games? I just need this thing to watch Amazon.
That's right. You didn't pre-order any games.
Right. And
That's
Netflix
fine.
got Netflix on there, right?
The only games gonna be on there is gonna be Assassin's Creed that'll buy the day it shows up.
Assassin's Creed, you're not even going to be able to install on the 1 terabyte edition.
Netflix.
You're gonna have to install half the game, play that, and then uninstall it, and install the second half.
That's only a matter of time before that's an option, by the way.
It's
Right.
got to be.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's,
Fortnite. I'll be able to download Fortnite. It's a small game.
it's got new graphics, right? One of the new
Half
yeah,
your
it's got the
skins.
ray tracing.
I love him.
I don't know what ray tracing is.
He's
but
really good.
ray tracing.
He's terrible freehand. But
He does great work, man. You'll see once you get that new Xbox. I don't know much about this technology stuff, but I've heard good things about Mr.
About
Tracing.
ray
Yeah,
tracing.
Yeah, I don't know him that well. I call him Mr. Tracing.